Greetings. Hello, everybody. Greetings. Hello, hello, hello. Hope everyone's doing well. You can hear me? Awesome. Hello. Green. I see DJ Doc in the house. Natural Beauty on my Instagram, folks. What's up? I see Ruth Hayes. What's up? What's up? What's up? How are you all tonight? How are you all doing? So as we're going to kind of wait for some folks to jump in here. I want you to rep your city. Where my plant posse at? Where my plant posse at? Represent your city. Tell me what city you repping. All right? Do that for me. Do that for me. What city are you representing? What's good? Yes. What's up, Doc? How you doing? Listen to that. Yes, I see Marietta. I see Fairburn. I see Durham, North Carolina. Yes. All right. What's going on, all my beautiful folks? Yes. Durham, Columbia, Lilburn. Yes. Where my plant posse at? Welcome to day 2 of our plant-based superfoods masterclass. And we are super excited that you all are here. We had such a good time last night. Okay, I see Rex, Georgia representing, New York City, Birthright. Okay, I love that. Yes. What about my folks here on Facebook? Want you guys to represent here too. All right, where you guys? Oh, Miami. Melanated Wanderlust is back. Yes. Hello. Greetings, Miami. Yes. Come on in. Come on in. We are talking about plant-based superfoods. This is day 2 of our masterclass. We laid some really nice foundations last night. And so we are going to continue our conversation. All right. I see you, Rhonda Williams, South Carolina. All right. We got the South in the building. We got the South, the deep South, the 30 South in the building. Yes. And of course, we in Atlanta representing. So wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So I'm going to actually turn this music down. I'm going to turn it down. So how are you guys doing? How was your day? Greetings to everybody. I hope you all had a productive day. I hope you had a beautiful day. And I didn't see a whole lot of homework assignments done. So I was like, I was feeling a little funny about that. So, I actually saw one person post and they actually they just tagged me on Instagram and they were sharing, how they were inspired by just the work and, the content from last night. So thank you so much for you. You know who you are, who actually posted that on Instagram. I also see San Diego, Becky San Diego. Yes. Oh, you missed yesterday. You can always catch the replay. It's on Facebook. It's on YouTube. You can catch the replay. Unfortunately, last night we had a bit of an issue. I think Instagram, once you get to an hour, it just shuts it off. So unfortunately, when we got to an hour, it shut it off, and then we just went live again. So that's okay. If you dropped off, people got back on, you can actually go to YouTube or Facebook and you can get the replay. And you can look at it and you can still participate because we are going to be giving away some prizes. And we want you to participate so that you will be entered in to win the prizes. All right, guys? So we'll talk more about that. Yes, I'm seeing some wonderful folks joining on Instagram. I'm seeing folks joining on Facebook. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So we're going to go on ahead and get started. So I'm going to just start off for those of you who are brand new to this masterclass tonight. I just wanted to go on ahead and introduce myself. I am Chef Bee. I'm Dr. Natasha Bruley. I am also known as Chef Bee. I am your lifestyle medicine health coach and your raw and plant-based chef educator. And I am the owner, founder of Inyansapo Wellness Institute. And really, the mission of Inyansapo is to support people who are working to transition to a more healthy diet, a more plant-based diet. And we do that through some really high touch support. We offer cleanses, we do seasonal cleanses. We also do meal prep. Some of you already have seen my meal prep, essential meals to go, because some folks just are trying to figure it out. They're not sure what to do as it relates to eating plant-based. So we take the guesswork out of meal prep for you. So we have essential meals to go. As I mentioned, we have the seasonal cleanses that we offer, the palate reset. We also have our culinary coaching program. And if you are wanting to learn how to prepare plant-based foods along with some other health and wellness modalities, we have that for you as well. And, we just support folks. We also have a membership, and so if you want ongoing support, we also have a membership that you can tap into so that you can really learn how to support yourself, support your family in eating healthy, eating plant-based. You get introduced to new products, new foods, new recipes, new people that you might not have known before, just new ideas around healing and wellness. So that's really what the community is all about. The community is really about just connecting people and helping people to just stay on track with what it is that they're doing. All right. And so that's what we do at Inyansapo. And you might have seen essentially Chef Bee. That is just sort of who I am. And I'm just really passionate about this work. I like to say, this is my ministry. I never would have thought that I would be doing health and wellness work on this level 10, 15 years ago, but here I am, super deep into it, super passionate about it, and just ready to support the healing of, my people. And so one of the things that I really, really, really wanted to do, because I'm listening, you're listening to the news kind of. I don't really listen to the news a lot, but just in terms of the state that we're in with, the pandemic and just people really being more action oriented as it relates to eating properly, I wanted to share with you all, because we throw a lot of words around, some information around superfoods, because they are absolutely incredible and they're absolutely necessary to have in your diet at this point in time. All right, so superfoods are where it's at. So I wanted to just go on ahead and just review a little bit with you guys. For those of you who are, new to this live, we're going to actually have some of the people who joined us last night to help us to just kind of catch you up to speed with a little bit of content, all right, and what they remember. So one of the things that we talked about was that superfoods is actually a part of a category of foods that, people don't even really talk about, right? And I want to know, for those of you and I want you to participate, because the more you participate, and that's what I want to say, the more you participate, it's actually going to enter you into actually be eligible to win a prize. So we want this to be highly interactive and sharing. If there's things that you want to ask, I'm trying to look here at the comments on both platforms to make sure that we are capturing everybody. But I want to make sure that you guys are just tuned in and connected. I have actually a comment already. Dr. Neil Bernard posted a great video on COVID and plant-based diets. Wonderful. Thank you, Dr. Neil Bernard. So we got this through YouTube. So Dr. Neil Bernard, we'll actually repost this for some of the folks who are on Facebook. Dr. Neil Bernard posted a great video on COVID and plant-based diets. Absolutely. So yes, this is the time. This is the time to really just think critically about our health, our wellness, and to get serious, right? To get serious. And so for some of you who have been on the fence, oh, I don't know if I want to, I just like what I like, oh, I don't know if I could transition. what I said last night was that you really don't have to make the leap. I mean, ideally, you want to make the leap, but you don't have to make the leap like right now, right? You can transition slowly because really we want to make sure that when you transition to eating better, there's enduring, it's longevity connected to it. And when you feel forced, when you feel like, rushed, a lot of times we're just not in a space where we are going to, do this for a long period of time. And we definitely want you to be doing this work, this healing work for a long period of time. And so with that said, we want you to know that it's important to have grace in whatever it is that you do. You have to have grace for yourself and patience with yourself. Please don't look around comparing yourself to other people because everyone has their unique thing that they're working on and that they're trying to figure out. And with that said, you know, it's okay. It's okay if you don't get this right away, right? But we definitely want you to be closer than not getting it right. We want you to take steps forward so that you can get this right. All right, I see a comment. I'm in the process of transitioning my family, and I've been plant-based 2 years now, and I love it. Yes, that's wonderful. So for those of you who are brand new, I'm going to just pose the question again. Where are you on the plant-based spectrum? Are you completely plant-based? Are you in transition mode? You're transitioning more to a plant-based diet, or you're kind of half and half. You're doing a little bit of both. You're trying to incorporate more plant-based foods. You're still eating, some other things. You're just kind of taking your time. Where are you in the spectrum of plant-based eating? Are you completely plant-based? Or are you, kind of transitioning, or are you kind of half and half? You can kind of drop a comment for me so that I can see. All right. So while you're sharing that, what I want to do is I want to just kind of review a little bit what we talked about. All right. And then we'll kind of share what some people have said in regards to plant-based. All right, so last night we introduced the idea of ancient foods, and these are foods that have been around for a very, very long time. And ancient foods are just not plant-based. Ancient foods, are just different kinds of foods, but we only focused on the plant-based foods that were ancient foods. And then we also said that ancient foods can be broken down into three categories. Do you all who were here last night remember the three categories that we said ancient foods could be broken down in? Do you remember that? If you do, please tell us. Please tell us. All right. What are the three categories that ancient foods we broke them down in? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. What do you guys remember? What were the three categories? Come on, y'all. I know some of my folks are returning. What did we say? What were those three categories that ancient foods are broken down in? Okay, so super herbs, good. That's one. What's the other one? Hello, Alicia. Hello. Supertonic. Supertonic is actually a characteristic of super herbs. So it's not a super tonic. It's just a super herb. So that was it. We said sunfire. So Rhonda came in. Sunfired, super herbs, and superfood. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. So those were the three categories. And we went through each of those categories. We went through what sunfired foods were, super herbs were, and then superfoods. And so what I am going to be doing over the next 2 days, tonight and tomorrow, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about those superfoods. We talked about two superfoods last night, and I actually have a few things that I'm excited about because I'm an educator by heart, y'all. And I need to have you connect with visuals because I understand that there are different intelligences happening when we're on these lives. So some people need to touch it, they need to feel it, they need to hear it, they need to see it. There's so many intelligences and how people take in information. So with that said, I wanted to make sure that I have some goodies for you guys to see as we talk about these things. All right, so last night we talked about two superfoods. What were they? What were they? What are two superfoods that we talked about last night? Do y'all remember? What are two superfoods? Come on, y'all. Think. What are they? Ooh, yes! Goji berries and cacao. Cacao, yes. So actually, we said that acai berries, melanated wanderlust, were really beautiful too, but goji berries were like the king of the berries. That's what we said. They're the king of the berries. Actually, acai berries, in terms of their antioxidant properties and some of their other medicinal properties, they are not as powerful as goji berries. All right, cacao in particular, the antioxidant quality of cacao is, is huge. And so when you think about acai berries, blueberries, and some other wonderful foods, they are all sort of, if you add all of those things up, you'll get the power that cacao has. So what I wanted to do tonight was I wanted to actually show you what some of this stuff looks like. All right, so I went to the farmer's market and I actually picked up some goji berries. So this is what it looks like. So I know we've been talking about it. So this is what it looks like. They're so good. They're a little hard when you dry them, but they're nice and they have a beautiful flavor. So show you that. They're really nice. And what we're going to do tonight, after we talk about the superfoods we're talking about tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to actually make a little something. Yes, I'm actually going to do a little quick demo. How about that? Super exciting. So these are the goji berries, just so you can see them. These are the goji berries. So my folks on Instagram, this is what it looks like. So if you're going to look for these, this is what it looks like. All right? Those are our goji berries. All right? And these are organic goji berries. All right, so I wanted you to see those, right? That's what goji berry looks like. The next one, this is cacao. All right, this is cacao. This is what the nibs, these are cacao nibs. These are cacao nibs. So there's a question, what farmer's market? I actually live in Atlanta and we have the DeKalb Farmers Market. And so the DeKalb Farmers Market, you can get all of these things there. So this is what it looks like. It's bitter. There's not anything else. It's just the nibs. It's organic and it's been toasted. And once again, we're going to use this tonight to make something wonderful for you guys, just so you can see how to use these superfoods. All right, so these were the two superfoods that we talked about last night, cacao and goji berries. All right. All right, wonderful. So you kind of see those, right? So I would say for those of you who are not close to a farmer's market, go online. Go online and look for these products, right? Look for raw cacao or raw goji berries and make sure that they are, they have the non-GMO labeling on there and they also have the certified organic labeling on there. So one of the things that's really important when we're dealing with superfoods is that we are getting foods that are organic, all right? Because we want them to be grown with integrity and produced with integrity. So when we say certified organic, non-GMO, really, we can't guarantee everything, but certainly when we have that seal, it's another step in ensuring that we have foods that have been grown with a little bit more integrity than just conventionally grown, okay? Is there a particular brand that's best to buy for goji? Actually, you know what? When I go to the farmer's market, I just look for goji berries that are organic. So there's usually they're buying these things in bulk and, there's no brand per se. But I would say if you go online and you look, I don't think you can really go wrong, right? Just look for organic and also look for non-GMO and you should be fine. Just, you try it out, you see if you like it. All right, let's see. We also have, hey, Chandra, how are you? Thank you for coming on and hanging out with us tonight. Thank you. All right, so those are the two that we talked about last night. So now what we want to do is we want to jump into the superfoods for tonight. So we have 4 that I want to talk about tonight, okay? We have 4. So the first superfood, the first superfood that we want to talk about tonight is maca. Maca, all right? MACA. So I am able to actually type in the comments very quickly here in front of me. So maca or maca root. Okay, so it's maca or maca root. All right, maca root. Or maca powder. Or maca powder. Okay. So this is actually a superfood that comes from Peru. And if you know anything about Peru, Peru is like it's on the west side of South America. It is kind of they have a lot of different, I would say, climates and a lot of different elevations. And there are tremendously beautiful plants that are grown at those different levels of elevation. Maca root is actually grown at a very high elevation in Peru. And because the climate is so treacherous, like during the day, it might be like 65 to 70 degrees in the day. But then at night, it might be like 10 degrees. So because there's such a huge difference with the temperature, maca root has adapted over time. And, you know, it can really withstand very intense temperatures. Okay. So maca is considered to be like a cruciferous vegetable, or is part of the cruciferous family. Are you all familiar with cruciferouses? Cruciferouses is part of the cruciferous family. Do you know what that means? Anybody? Cruciferous family. It's a family of vegetables. It's part of the cruciferous family. That's another reason why it makes it so powerful. Do you know what a cruciferous vegetable is? Anybody? What is a cruciferous vegetable? Anyone? Yes, that's an example of one. Brussels sprouts. Yep, that's one. Yep, cabbage. Yep. Yes. So if you actually smell each of those foods, they actually smell very similar. So like broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, maca. Yes, all of those, radishes, they are all part of the cruciferous family. It's a species of vegetables. And cruciferouses are very powerful because they have cancer-fighting properties. They have cancer-fighting properties. Another set of foods that are part of cruciferouses are kale and turnips. All right, kale and turnips. All right. So, you know, your maca is grown like by the Andes Mountains, so super, super harsh conditions. But because of that, you know, they have just all this amazingness in them because they've been able to survive, you know, in such treacherous environments. All right. So why do people use maca? Maca has been used for centuries, y'all, for a long, long time. And people use maca to really support sexual health and for fertility. So if someone, like let's say there's a couple that's trying to get pregnant, it's recommended that both the male and the female use maca. All right. Maca basically has all of those nutrients that we talked about, because we did talk about the different, you know, kinds of nutrients that superfoods have, one of which is protein. We listed a bunch of them. You always can go back to day one's live and just take a look and see all of the different things that a superfood has, and that's what makes it a superfood. Well, one of those things is protein, all right? And tons and tons of vitamins and minerals, okay? So when we talk about maca, maca has B vitamins. They have B vitamins for day, B1, B2, B12. It has vitamin C, has a ton of vitamin C. It has vitamin E. It's rich in iron, potassium, copper, manganese. It is amazing. And so if you're trying to, you know, you're working out and you're really trying to just build yourself up and get energy, this is going to be the superfood for you. Maca is actually used quite a bit with athletes and people who are doing a lot of adventurous, you know, adventurous kind of things, right? Because it really gives you a lot of stamina. It gives you a lot of virility, vitality, energy, just all of those things. And so for that reason, people use maca. And as we mentioned earlier, maca is used for fertility, not just for the fellas, but for the ladies as well. All right. So maca, maca, maca. Maca actually looks a lot like radishes. So if you ever, I don't know if you've ever seen a radish, but or a turnip, they look just like that. It has this long, like a circular shape. It's grown out the ground, so it has the root, and then it has like the leaves that are coming out. And actually, it comes usually in about 3 different varieties. There's like a yellow maca, there's a black maca, and then there's like a yellow-white maca. When you actually buy the maca powder, because that's typically how you find it, the root is actually dried or roasted, and then it is broken down into a powder form. It's usually a combination of those 3 varieties, all right, because they have slightly different properties in them. They're still all powerful, but they have slightly different properties. And so they roast them or they dry them, and then they make them into a powder for easy access to the nutrients. And then they actually just combine all of those different varieties of the radish or the maca, and they make that product. So I wanted to show you what that looks like. So this is maca. All right, let's see. We keep maca in the house. All right, so I don't know if you see that. You see that powder? That's what it looks like. So we have like a little spoon in here. And it really, to me, it tastes a little bit like chocolate. It has like a chocolatey kind of flavor to it, to me, and I guess from roasting it, that's what it tastes like. But I really like it. And, like I said, we're going to do something with this a little bit later, but this is what the maca looks like. All right. Have any of you ever tried maca before? Have you heard of maca? M-A-C-A. All right. I see Natural Beauty. She says, I'm currently using it. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Excellent. Anyone else use maca before? We make all sorts of things up in this house. And so, maca is one of those things that we just really enjoy. We make these really wonderful drinks, and we put a bunch of great stuff in there, and we use the maca powder. All right, someone says, how do you normally use the maca powder? I have the pills. Yes, so this is what I do. Like when I buy things in bulk, I actually just buy them and try to keep them. Like I just went to the market, so I didn't have a chance to put these in the glass containers. But I usually buy things in bulk, and then I'll just store them in these glass containers. And so literally we would take like, let's say I would say like a tablespoon of this, and then we would drop this inside of a blender. And that's how we have it. So the pills are fine. I like just doing the powder because you can drink and you can make it happen very, very quickly. All right, so it says here, yes, I put them in my smoothie. I heard of it, but not tried it yet. Yep. I put in my smoothies. I have, not often though. Okay, yeah, so this is one of those superfoods that you definitely, if you're looking for more energy, you need that boost. Like if you're working out, this is gonna be the superfood that's gonna support you with that. You also talked a little bit about ginseng yesterday as an adaptogen. This is known as the Peruvian ginseng. Maca is known as the Peruvian ginseng. And with that, it does have adaptogenic properties. So it helps with being depressed, so antidepressant. It has those qualities. It helps with mood. It's wonderful. All right. So that is maca. Maca. All right. Someone says here, make it like a hot cocoa. Yes, exactly. I sprinkle it over fruit. Yes, that's super good. Yep. Those are wonderful ways to use maca. All right. The next one is the second food that we're going to talk about. Really, it's number 4 on our list. The next superfood is aloe vera. It's aloe vera. Yes. So let's talk a little bit about aloe vera. How many of you use aloe vera? I know some people use it for their hair. They use it for their skin. It's super good for that. But have you ever used aloe vera? Like, have you used it medicinally where you're actually consuming it? Have you ever used it that way? So I actually I have some aloe vera. So this is aloe vera. Look at that. This is aloe vera. This is it. Look at that. How gorgeous, right? Someone says, no, they haven't used it before. I use it as a bitter. Yes, good. I drink it. Yep. Some said no. A lot of folks said no. All right. All right. So this is it. So this is actually the plant species. It's a succulent. So it's a succulent. So succulents, they don't need a whole lot of water. You just water them occasionally, but they keep a whole lot of moisture inside of them. All right. Aloe vera is typically grown in Africa, in Asia, in Europe, in America, in the Americas. And the main reason why people use aloe vera is to boost the immune system. All right, to boost the immune system. All right, so I want to talk a little bit about what someone said. They said that they use it as a bitter. Yes, 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 yes. So, I mentioned on day one last night that we do the palate reset. And the whole point of the palate reset, that's my cleanse, is to help retrain your palate, your tongue to, move away from those processed foods. One of the things that we are not incorporating enough in our diet are foods that are bitter. And yeah, we know bitters don't always taste great, but you absolutely need bitters in your diet. They help to cleanse the blood. They help to cleanse the blood, right? And they also help to move other things out the blood. They help to detoxify the blood. And they also help you to, calm down your palate when you're looking for the sugars and the salt. So when we talk about the different kinds of flavors, the umamis, right? The savory, the salty, the sweet, the bitter, the sour, we need all of these things because these are going to help us to, just choose the right food. So if our palates are overstimulated, then y'all, it's not good because then we're reaching for the things that we don't need to reach for. And so if you're looking for foods that are bitter, guess what? Aloe is one of them. Aloe is one of those foods that you actually need to have in your diet. All right. So let's talk a little bit about it. Not only is it a great immune booster, but aloe is also wonderful with antioxidants. All right. It is absolutely crucial if you want optimal health. All right. It helps to increase your white blood cell count. And it also, as we said, strengthens the immune system. All right. As we know, it's great for the skin. So a lot of folks, they'll use aloe like where they're, they'll make like something kind of like a conditioner and they'll use aloe. It helps to create that sheen, helps to, take care of the scalp. It also is really good for the skin. But when you actually consume aloe daily, it's going to do some other amazing things for you. All right. It regulates weight and energy, right? And so this is a wonderful, wonderful tool for when you're cleansing. So if you're doing something like the palate reset, and we'll tell you more about that later, then this is something that you can use every day to just help push out the things that don't need to be in the body and help you to get to a normalized weight that you need to have, right? So it really helps with your digestive wellness. Now, I will say this, we're going to be a little graphic. When you use aloe daily, it does send you to the bathroom. It helps to regulate your bowel movements as well. It's pretty incredible how it does that. And it just helps with no effort. It's just going to help push those things out of the body. So if your GI tract is off, start using aloe daily. Start using aloe daily, not just the gel. We're talking about the whole thing. So we're going to show you how to use it today. Not just the gel, but the whole thing. And you will see just an amazing difference in your bowel movements. It's also good for gum disease. It's also good for gum disease. So, some people, they're not taking care of their gum health. You want to make sure that you're using aloe. You can actually take the gel and you can actually just rub it on the gums. You can oil pull and you can add aloe to that oil pulling solution that you create for yourself. It's going to help pull out the toxins in the mouth. So it really helps with gum disease. It's an anti-inflammatory for your joints. All right. It's an anti-inflammatory for your joints. So, you know, as we age, some of us experience inflammation, particularly arthritis. That's what inflammation is. Inflammation is arthritis of the joints, right? And you need to make sure that you're doing something about it. And so you can actually use aloe to support that. It also helps with lowering your blood sugar levels. All right, so if we have folks on here who are dealing with some diabetes, your blood sugar levels are a little off, you can actually use aloe daily to help regulate that. All right, and it also helps with lowering cholesterol too. So again, you can do an aloe vera drink. You can use the gel, you can use the whole thing, and you're going to get all of these different benefits. All right, let's look at what some folks are saying. Yes, it does heal sores, absolutely. And if you are just trying to make sure that you have this thing all the time, you can buy aloe vera plant, right? And the aloe vera plant will just give you access to the aloe vera all the time. Yes, Alicia, you said you need the palate reset. Yep. Or everybody needs the palate reset. It's one of those things that is just super healthy for you to just get in the mindset of cleansing the body on a continuous basis. And when we do the palate reset, we do the palate reset every quarter. And we do, you know, just different herbs, different, you know, experiences for the folks, different recipes, just so that you are in the mode of cleansing out your body with plant-based foods every 3 months. That's what the palate reset is all about. All right. So once again, for those of you who are just joining, we are talking about our fourth superfood, right? The second one for the evening. This is aloe vera. This is aloe vera. There are many types of aloe plants. Absolutely. There are tons of aloe plants. And so I got this from my farmer's market too. As you can see, it's pretty huge. And literally what we would do is just cut pieces of it. You can use the inside of it, or you can use the entire thing, and you can make your little elixirs with your aloe. All right. Let's see, which one should you get? Listen, I would say, you know, all of them are edible. The ones that I've seen, all of them are edible. And if you want to make sure that you're getting a food grade aloe plant, make sure that you go to the farmer's market and select the ones that they have there. Okay. I'm not as familiar with all of the different genuses of the aloe plant, but I know that if you go, like many of them are edible. If you go to the farmer's market and you see the aloe plant, you're ensuring that that one is edible because it wouldn't be there otherwise. All right, let's see there. Yep. All right, let's see. Any other comments around aloe? All right. So next one. This is one of my favorites. This is one of my favorites, y'all. And the name is long. I'm going to give you the long name, and then I'm going to give you the shortened name. All right. So get ready. So this is our third superfood for the evening. All right. It's called Aphanizomenon floss aquea. All right. Let me say that again. Aphanizomenon floss aquea. All right. You're like, what? Let's just call it AFA. AFA. So it's AFA blue algae. AFA blue algae. All right. Yes. So AFA, you can actually type it for me, Miss Yolanda. AFA space capital AFA blue algae. And algae is ALGAE. All right. So AFA, someone type it for me. Blue algae. You can type it there for Instagram. I already typed it here for the YouTube folks and the Facebook folks. All right, so it's called Aphanizomenon floss aquae. Yes, AFA, like the letter A, the letter F, the letter A, blue algae. All right, the capital A, capital F, capital A. Yes, you got it, blue algae. All right, so y'all, this is probably one of my favorite superfoods. It's incredible. Have y'all ever heard of AFA blue algae? Have you heard of this particular superfood? Yes, no, maybe so. Anybody? Is it the same as good question. I knew you would ask that, Miss Rhonda. I knew you was gonna ask that. It is not the same as spirulina. They're in a similar family, but they grow in different waters. All right. They grow in different waters. All right. So AFA blue algae, you know, I see why you would say that it's similar or is it close to spirulina, but they're different. They're considered two separate superfoods. All right. And actually, that's one of them that we'll talk about later. Right. Spirulina is its own thing. Is that the same as the blue magic? Yes. Yup. That's it. So AFA blue algae. It is also it's a species of or cyanobacteria. That's what it is. And it actually grows in like over there in Oregon, in like really in like North American waters, and it's a fresh water algae. And spirulina actually is a different kind of algae. It grows in a different set of waters. So it's a fresh water algae, okay? And it's grown in North America. And it also has the reason why it's blue, like that blue-green algae, is because it has something called phycocycanine. It has something called phycocycanine or cyanine. And this is the molecule that makes it that color, that just changes the color. All right. So the cool thing about this phycocyanine is that it is an antioxidant. You notice we're saying antioxidant a lot with these superfoods. That is so important because we want to stay young and youthful. And the more antioxidants that we have in our body, we're going to be able to stay nice and healthy and thrive, right? But when we don't have antioxidants, those free radicals can take over. Also, the phycocyanine, it's an anti-inflammatory for us as well, all right? So the blue algae, the AFA, the blue algae, it has a ton of great things, just like all the things we've been talking about. It has vitamins, minerals, chlorophyll, and it has a lot of chlorophyll, all right? It has a ton of chlorophyll, all right? Now, chlorophyll is super important because it actually helps to transport oxygen throughout our body and it helps to oxygenate our blood, right? That's one of the reasons why chlorophyll is super, super important. Matter of fact, what you would do is if you use chlorophyll, if you drank chlorophyll every day, you'll actually feel like energetic. You'll feel really, really good because you're oxygenating your blood. That's the real power of chlorophyll, and it has quite a bit of that. In addition to chlorophyll, it also has many of the trace minerals that we've been talking about. It has, I think, like 65 trace minerals. It also has B vitamins. It has B12 and just B1 vitamins. It also has just some other amazing things, other amazing properties. It's really good for fighting cancer. So when I was introduced to this AFA blue algae years ago. I went to a center, and a lot of the folks that were there were fighting cancer, and they were using these natural superfoods really to alkalize the body because, as we know, cancer cannot survive in an alkaline body. It really thrives in an acidic body. So many of those people who were there were working to alkalize their body. And so drinking this daily will help you to do that, okay? In addition to helping to fight cancer, it also really helps with reducing pain and inflammation in the body. It promotes heart health, and it also helps to lower cholesterol levels, all right? So AFA is one of those things that you definitely want to use. Like you can actually, it doesn't really have a strong taste. But what you can do is you can add this to your water, you can add this to your juice, and you can just get a little like power of it. So let me show you what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. So this is the AFA. So I'm going to show you folks who are in Instagram. That's what it looks like. And then my folks who are on YouTube and Facebook. This is a shot of it. So I wish you could actually see the hue of it. It's like beautiful. It's this beautiful blue green color. And this is a living food. So when you actually buy this, you get it frozen. You get it frozen because you want it to stay alive and you want it to be potent. And so, like I said, you can add this. I drink this every day. I don't drink it like this in a shot glass, but I would add this to some water, some alkaline water or some distilled water, and then I'll just take it back and sip on it throughout the day. So that's what it looks like. So tonight we're actually going to be giving away a bottle of that. All right, we're going to give you a bottle of this AFA so you can try it for yourself. It also helps with mental clarity and mood. All right, it helps with mental clarity and mood. So if you're, one of those people that's looking to just enhance your mood, the AFA blue algae is something that you might want to consider using. All right. Any questions about that? Any questions about the AFA? All right. Any questions? Any questions about the AFA? And yes, spirulina, they're close, but they're different. They're different. They're close, but they're different. So AFA blue algae is our third superfood for the evening. All right. So our last superfood for the night. The last superfood for the night. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? It's this. So I went and I was like, I gotta show them what I drink when I'm on when I go on my little trips. Y'all see me on these stories or on my trips to Guyana, Belize, or whatever. Coconut. This is a young coconut. This is a young coconut. This is one of the powerhouses, y'all. This one right here. OMG. This is one of the amazing superfoods. So young coconut, young coconut. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the young coconut. And mind you, I have two here. So when you actually cut off the husk, this is what you would see, right? This is hard as heck, but when you cut off that green part, this is what you'll see. And then they have some really good things on the inside. So there's two things that you want to access for your coconut that's really going to give you the power. The coconut water and the coconut meat. All right. And so let's talk a little bit about why those things are important. Okay. So when you talk about, has anyone ever heard of electric foods? All right. Anyone here ever heard of electric foods? So I'm going to actually drop it here. Does anyone know what electric foods are? What are electric foods? Anybody know? What's an electric food? All right, so Alicia says, yes, she knows. Okay, what is it? How would you define a food that's electric? What makes it electric? What makes foods electric? All right, some folks have said, yes, I've heard of it, but what is it? What does it mean? We heard of a lot of things, but do we know what that actually means? What's an electric food? Anybody? It's charged, okay? Food that provide energy. Yeah, absolutely, okay. Yes, but what else makes it electric? You said it's charged. Ah, there goes that word. Electrolytes. Yes, electrolytes. It's alkaline. Good, alkaline foods. Electrolytes. Not changed by man. Yes, 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 yes. All of those things. So electric foods, we say those are indigenous foods. And those foods have not been tampered by man. All right. And when you think about a coconut, you can go to any tropical country that has, coconut trees, and you have electric foods. I'm calling on the Baba again, Baba Aris Latham. He talks all about alkaline foods and coconut water and living foods. This is a living food. So the water inside of the coconut is considered to be a living food. It's a living water because it has those electrolytes that you all talked about, right? And why that's good is because it's going to hydrate the body on this whole next level. What's up, Mel Christopher? Greetings. What's up? What's up? We are talking about coconut and why it's a superfood for those of you who are just jumping in. Well, there are two components, right? There's actually, you can use this entire thing and just be Gucci. You got the water. The water is considered to be a living water. And I brought up Aries Latham because this brother, he's originally from Panama. Used to live in New York. Used to be a chef here in New York. When I was in New York, I love New York. But then decided to leave America because he's like, this place is not in alignment with how I want to live my life. I need to be close to some coconut trees because I need to be drinking electric foods. I need to be eating electric foods every day. And so he has said, if you look at any of his stuff, he's like, I haven't drank like regular conventional water. I haven't had that thing in like over 30 years because it doesn't have any nutrition in it, right? None whatsoever. But when we talk about coconut water is going to give you some amazing energy. It's going to also help to protect you from viruses too. When I travel and I go to places like Ghana, I go to Guyana, my home, we've been to Belize. What we do is every morning, we don't do anything else. We drink coconut water. Wherever we go, we get the coconut water and then we have them split it down the middle and we eat out the coconut meat. And just doing that every day, that is our daily shot of medicine to protect us from viruses. It's going to boost our immune system. It's giving us the protein that we need. Because I don't know if you know this, but the coconut meat, let me show you what that looks like. So I actually have these two coconuts. Inside that white stuff that you see, that's the coconut meat. And there are a ton of amino acids inside of that coconut meat. And if you know anything about amino acids help to build protein in your body. And so for those of us who are out here who are thinking, oh my gosh, I want to work out, I want to build muscle, but I got to eat meat, and that's the only way I'm going to build muscle. No, that's not true. You can use plant-based foods, plant-based superfoods also to help you to build up your muscles, build up your bones, so that you can go out there and you can work out and you can do what you need to do. Coconut meat allows you to do that. In addition to protein and amino acids, you're also going to get from coconut meat iron. So for those of you who are out there that might be iron deficient, this is going to help to combat anemia. All right, you're going to get so much iron. You're going to get about 11% of your daily serving of iron when you eat coconut water. You drink the coconut water and you eat the coconut meat. It also is really good for your brain development. So for those of you who might be pregnant or looking to be pregnant, one of the things that you're always encouraged to use as you are working to become pregnant is to get folate and folic acid into your diet. And the reason why is once you have a buildup of that in your diet, it really helps with your baby's brain development. So, coconut water, coconut meat is going to really help with, giving you a good source of folate. It also has a lot of fiber, right? It's a very fibrous food. So it's going to also help you to, use the bathroom and do what you need to do. It's easy to digest, so it's not going to stick around for a long period of time. And not only that, it has potassium. So it helps to lower your blood pressure. So actually, when people are deficient in potassium, it can impact their blood pressure. So when you have more potassium, it's like an inverse relationship. You put more potassium into your body, it helps to bring down the blood pressure. All right. It also relieves bloating in the body. So if you have belly fat, any of those things, when you start bringing in more coconut water and coconut meat, man, it's just amazing. It just does so much for you. All right. So what I want to do before we jump off tonight, I want to actually make something for you. Okay. So I'm going to do the following. So I'm going to actually just stack this so you can all see. Can y'all see this? Yes, y'all can see this? All right, so what I wanted to do, I wanted to make a superfood smoothie, Chef Bee's superfood smoothie for you. So I'll put it over here. All right, can y'all see this? This is okay? All right, so let me show you what's inside this superfood smoothie. It's a lot of the things that we've talked about. So you're like, what's in this cup? Remember those goji berries that I showed you? I soaked them, and guess what I soaked them in? Because I got my husband to bust this open. We soak them in coconut water so that they can reconstitute, okay? So I'm gonna add that in here. All right, so we got the goji berry and the coconut water going. I'm also gonna add our AFA blue algae, okay? I'm gonna also add that in, okay? The next thing we're gonna add, we got the coconut water in. I'm gonna also add in that coconut meat. So there it is. That's what it looks like. That's what the coconut meat looks like. All right. So we're just adding all of this in, right? So this would be something that you can drink every day. This is a meal. Remember we talked about superfoods being like complete meals? This is a complete meal. Y'all, you don't need nothing. All you need is like maybe a couple snacks, a few hours after you drink this. But you don't need a whole lot. All right, so we got that in, right? We got that in. Then I'm going to add in, let me put this off to the side. Remember those cacao nibs? I'm going to add in a little bit of those, right? So about this much. So maybe about a tablespoon, right? Again, I don't think this is going to taste good. I'm just telling y'all right now, it's not going to taste all that good because of the content of the smoothie. The items in here are, some of them are bitter. They have just really intense flavors. But I am drinking it not for it to be, oh my God, it needs to taste delicious. I'm drinking this because I know that this is going to give me my nourishment. It's going to give my body all the things that it needs. All right, the next thing that I am going to add in here, next thing we're going to add in here, let me show you this. The next thing we're going to add in here is some aloe. Y'all see that? We're going to add in the aloe. So that goes in. So we have the aloe we talked about today, our AFA we talked about today, coconut water and coconut meat, we talked about that today. And then the last thing, what was the other thing that we talked about today? What was the next one? What's the next thing that we talked about today? What was the very first one that we talked about today? Y'all remember? Come on, people. What was the first one we talked about? Where can we get AFA from? I'm going to hook you up. I'll tell you where you can get it from. All right. Come on, y'all. Y'all remember? What was the first one? Yes, maca. So we're going to add the maca in. That's right. All right. So this is it. This is my superfood smoothie. Look at this. Nice. All right. And then I got my blender here. So let me just put it on here. See that? All right, yes. And I'm gonna try it, because look, let me tell you, we gotta reimagine what our food is doing for us. So I'm putting it in a wine glass. You hear me? I'm putting my superfood smoothie in a wine glass, right? Because it is healing my body. It is giving me energy. It is helping with my clarity. It's helping with my brain. It's doing all these amazing things for me. And so because of that, this is self-care. This is self-love. I'm going to put it in a smoothie, my smoothie inside of a wine glass so that I can enjoy it. All right. It's actually delicious. It's not as bitter as I thought it would be. It's wonderful. I actually taste a little bit of the cacao nibs. I taste the coconut meat. I taste the maca. I taste everything and I'm enjoying it. It's beautiful. Absolutely incredible. All right. All right, all right, all right. So, any questions before we get to it? Any questions, any questions, any questions? All right, we are going to be giving away a bottle of our AFA. So let me show you what it looks like. And I actually sell this. So if you want to get a bottle of this, you can let me know. It actually comes frozen. We actually sell this in like half dozens, right? Because it's just, you want to make sure that you have a nice supply of this. But this is called E3 Live Brain On. And this is basically going to support you, all the things we talked about that it does. And it's also going to support your mind. All right. So what I want you to do is I want you to take out your paper and I want you, the first person that can tell me the following will get the bottle of AFA. All right. So the question is, let me see, let me pull it up. The question is that I want to ask for maca, I want you to tell me where it's grown. That's one. So you need to answer these 3 questions and don't do it just yet. I need you to answer where it's grown. What is it good for? Give me 2 things that it's good for, and where it's grown and what family it's a part of. That's what I want you to tell me. So you need to answer all 3 when you answer. Don't just give me one because you're helping someone else. So give me all 3. Where is it from? Give me 2 properties. And then also, and I'm actually making this up as I go. So if I mess up, all right. So where it's from, how is it grown, and then some of its properties. All right, so I have someone on YouTube who responded. So Melanated Wonderlust, she says, maca root originates from Peru. It's a cruciferous root vegetable and has lots of protein and vitamins. It's great for reproductive health and is known as the Peruvian ginseng, and it is an adaptogenic. Okay, honey, Miss Melanated Wonderlust, please, you need to send me your information because she won it. She got it. She got it. Yes, so you will get a bottle of this E3 Live. It's wonderful. If you've never tried this product, it's absolutely dope. You can drink this every day, and this is a superfood that's going to support your immune system. You're getting trace minerals. You're getting all those wonderful things that we talked about. You're getting a shot of chlorophyll every single day. And I mean, you're just going to feel amazing. It gives you a lot of energy. Excellent. So you got to, Wonderlust, you got to give me your information. You can actually even stay on so that we can chat after, or you can DM me and we can get your information, so that we could get you a bottle of this. All right. Wow, that was great. I just made that up, y'all. So Melanated Wonderlust, you will own it. All right, you will own it. All right, so homework. What I want you all to do in preparation for day 3 is I actually want you all, now that we've been introduced to 6 superfoods, I really want you guys to see, do you have them in your home? I want you to do something with one of those superfoods. Do something, create something with one of those superfoods, right? And I want you to post it. You can post it on Instagram, and then you can, tag me, I am Chef Beee, and then I'll reshare it. So you could do that for your homework. Or if you're on Facebook, or I know YouTube folks, they don't really get a chance to repost and all of that. But you can do this for Facebook. You can do this for Instagram. I want you to do something with one of the 6 superfoods that we have talked about. Create something with at least one of them, kind of like what I did with my smoothie. All right. I want you to do that. And I want you to post and then talk about what you've learned, one takeaway that you got from your experience tonight on this masterclass. And when you tag me, you're going to tag hashtag Chef Beee Superfoods. That's what you're going to do. You're going to tag it as hashtag Chef Beee Superfoods. Okay? Does that make sense? Because we want you using these things. So I want you all to really think about, once you come into lives and information sessions, but we want to also make sure that we're utilizing the information that we're learning so that we can expand ourselves. And so if there is a superfood that we mentioned that you say, yeah, I heard about that, but I haven't used it, go find it. Go find it and post it, by tomorrow night before 7 o'clock. Do something with it. Or if there is a juice bar or somewhere where they're using that particular superfood, find something and utilize it and actually engage with that superfood so you're now using it. We want to make sure that you're using these things. Okay? Super, super, super important. Yeah, sounds good, Melanated Wanderlust. Thank you. That works. All right. And y'all, please share this with a friend. Share this with a friend because we want people to get this information and we want them to learn as much as they can about what we're doing. So someone asked about the palate reset. Just to let you all know, the palate reset is my signature cleanse. We had 3 groups of people go through the palate reset this past summer. And now we're launching next month, palate reset fall. All right. And so I'm going to actually put inside here the palate reset, the information. And for those of you who are on Instagram, I'm going to send that to you as well, the palate reset. You can also go to my website, chefbee.com, and it says it right there, the palate reset. The palate reset is a way for you to get your mind right. I'm telling you, everybody needs it. One of the things that I'm experiencing working with people with meal prep, they're so nervous. Like, is this going to taste good? It's not what they're used to. And if your palate is overworked, you're just not going to, you're going to feel like you're not going to enjoy your foods. Not just my food, but any food, right, that you're making because you're used to processed foods. The palate reset that we're going to be doing in fall is a seasonal guided cleanse. It's 10 days, and you get a variety of tools, all right? You get so many tools. You're going to get the herbs. We're going to actually be using the AFA, so we're going to be using this. So you get that as one of your tools. You're going to get your ebook. Your ebook is going to have all your recipes for the 10 days. You're going to also get your group. You're going to get your support, right? You're going to get me. I'm going to be supporting you. You're going to get support from other people. You're also going to get your oil pulling kit. You're going to get your cleansing kit. And we'll, when you actually join, we'll talk about what you actually do with the cleansing kit. But you get all of these tools that will help you to have an awesome experience pushing toxins out of the body over the 10 days. And so we have 2 dates. The first date is September 20th to the 29th. And then if you don't want to jump in because there's something happening during that time, you can't commit to that 10-day period, we have one in October. And that one goes from October 11th to the 20th. Everything is on the site. The early bird pricing is up right now, and early bird pricing ends August 31st. And then it goes to regular pricing. So you might want to check that out if you are in need of a reset, if you're in need of doing something different, you want some support, you want some hand holding, this is how you do it, right? The palate reset is wonderful. And for those of you who have been on any of my cleanses, I'm high touch. I'm checking in with folks. We do calls. We do a lot of different things to make sure that folks are, they get what they need. And so if you have questions about it, you can always reach out to me. You can DM me and you can ask questions about the palate reset. But we do have on the site, when you go to the chefbee.com site and you see the palate reset there, there's some reviews. There are people who have actually gone through the palate reset and they're sharing their wins from participating in it. So absolutely, I would love to see you guys in this. We introduced some superfoods there, and it's just a really good way for you to start anew, right? So I like to say, last night we talked about being intentional. And I find for me, when I am working to just kind of clean up things, clean up my diet, clean up my mindset, I like to have some kind of experience that's going to help me to start anew. And so the palate reset is also for me because, we all have fun. We all want to, not be strict with our diet all the time. But knowing that the palate reset is coming every 3 months and that you can jump in whenever you're ready is actually really nice. We also do the palate reset around the full moon. And so if you know anything about full moon energy and just, setting intentions and just affirmations and all of those things, it's such a great time to do a cleanse. And so, like I said, if you have questions about palate reset, you can go to the Chef Bee site, chefbee.com. I dropped the link for some of you who are on YouTube and Facebook. You can check it out. And yeah, just ask questions. I'll be happy to answer any of those questions, and I would love to see you all on there. So I went through that because someone asked, they said, I need a reset. Like, what is that? So I just want to share what the palate reset was. All right. So you guys got your homework. Please, you want to share this on your platform, but I want you using one of the superfoods that we talked about, one of the 6. All right. Do you remember the 6? What are the 6? What are the 6 superfoods? Someone type it for us. What are the 6 superfoods that we've covered thus far? Someone want to type it? What are the 6 superfoods that we've covered over the last 2 days? What are they? So when you do your homework, it should be for any of those 6. Okay, aloe vera, Zeta the coach. That's one of them. Yep. What else? That's one of them. Aloe vera. What else? Come on, people. Give me the other 5. What are the other 5? Aloe vera is one. What else? Goji berries. Yep. What else? Coconut. Yep. What else? That's 3. Beautiful. What else? What else? Go ahead, Lisa. Mona Lisa. I love that name. Go ahead, Lisa Mona Lisa. What are 3 other superfoods? All right, melanated wanderlust, goji berries, cacao, maca, aloe vera, AFA, algae, yep, and coconut water. Yes, excellent. So I would love to see some posts with any of these 6 superfoods that we talked about. You're going to hashtag it Chef Bee Superfoods. If you're posting in your stories on Instagram, remember, tag I am Chef Bee and then I'll repost it. Excellent. I see Tracy Angela Green. Thank you, Angela Green. She said it. Yes. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, beautifuls. That is it for tonight. Thank you so much for joining. I'm going to actually send you all those of people who've registered for this. We're going to send you the superfood smoothie that we created tonight. We'll send you the recipe for that. Okay. So if you have not registered, we can get you registered. But if you have registered, boom, we're going to get you your recipe for this superfood smoothie. And y'all, it's really good. I actually am very surprised. I thought it's going to be bitter, but it's really, really nice. So that you guys can start bringing those superfoods into your diet every single day. All right, I am over and out. I'm looking forward to seeing that homework assignment. This should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. And please, Melanated Wanderlust, send me that DM so that we can get you your bottle of E3 Live, AFA, Blue Algae. And for those of you who are interested in the Blue Algae, I do sell it. Just DM me and we can chat about it. And I can tell you how to get the Blue Algae. But we do sell it and we do have it available for all of you. Okay? All right, kisses and hugs. I'll see y'all tomorrow night, day 3. Take care, and you guys have an amazing, amazing night.